Agyapong has talked about if he's president, does he want to be president?
I don't.
Okay, at least you got the answer before you left. So you don't want to be president?
I don't.
There are wild rumors that you might be running for the MPP's flag bearers.
I have said that you don't need to be president to effect change in people's lives. So whatever I'm doing in my own small...
But you need power. You need MP, you need minister, you need that. You can do it better if you're a minister.
I donated to 37, not
yes,
because
I was going to talk about
I'm a member of parliament.
$100,000. But you are the chairman of the security.
I donated all these PPEs, not because I'm a member of parliament. So
yes.
Get it straight. So I'm saying that you don't need only to be president to effect change in people's lives.
I understand.
Again, that also doesn't mean I'm not competent to do it.
But are you running for the MPP's flag bearership, or you don't know yet?
Who said that? I am not.
Been rumors. Okay, so let me tell you the list of the rumors. It is yourself, and Ben Efson has conducted a research on this matter. You know that. It's yourself, Alhaji Muhammadu Baumia, the vice president, Mr. Alan Chematin, the trade minister, recently added Honorable Dr. Akoto Efri Akoto, the Greek minister, Joe Gate, the former minister for railway, and now I believe Honorable Asamoah Boateng, something like that. Okay.
So I was with Asamoah Boateng. Asamoah Boateng wants to be chairman of the party.
Okay, so he has abandoned. And then Honorable Boakye Ejako, sorry, I left that out. Boakye Ejako.
Yeah. Okay,
so that's the list that has been making the rounds. Are you telling us tonight that certainly you shouldn't be part of that list? You are not part of that list.
I'm not interested in things that will destroy my party.
Why would that destroy? Why would you contesting the post
because
destroy your
it's
party?
Too early. We have not even finished forming government.
Forming government, yes, that's true.
And now, left and right, everybody is lobbying to be, you see, it's creating sharp division in the party.
Already?
Yes, and that is not what we need. That is not.
So you may do it, but you won't say it now.
I don't know. I'm not interested. I've told you.
But if we, your supporters, you say what? If we, your supporters, put pressure on you to do it, what happens?
If you put pressure,
yeah, we your supporters will put pressure on you.
I don't know. I don't know.
So you may do it.
I'm not keen to do anything. I only want to make
But you have not been a minister before. Why do you think that you can do presidency? You've not been a minister before.
Excuse me, you know how many companies I run and the people I take care
That's
of?
not being minister. That's not policy.
Now, minister, please, I use my head to create money. If I want to be president, I'll be president in style.
In style? But you've never been vice president before.
I will whip you good. Upe fix the country.
Yeah.
In 2 years, what was he fixing Ghana? Straighten it.
Okay, so you have all this energy. You have all this energy. You have all this commitment. Yet you don't want to run, and you are not telling us who you are supporting. Because you have supported Akufo-Addo all the way. We know that.
But I'm saying that definitely I'm going to support somebody. But it's too early, my brother.
Who are you going to support?
I won't tell you. I don't know.
Oh, but you already know. Oh, you don't know.
I don't know yet.
Should I run for it, for the MPP candidature?
Well, you are not a true party member, so I will not support you.
You were saying, I don't want to be president.
Yes.
That the party has not even formed the government.
Regarding.
And then they are chasing, if I want to be president, I'll do it in style. But I don't want to be president.
Yes.
That was last 2021.
Yes.
January 2023. Kennedy Agyapong is now leading the pack. So, sir, all put together, why do you now want to be president? Why?
Okay, the answer is simple. And what I will say, I'll quote the Bible where it says, there are times and seasons. I have always thought that I could effect change in people's life without necessarily being president. But I've come to realize that especially with the COVID and Russia-Ukraine war, I feel whatever pragmatic approach I have towards development, I should only be president so that a vision will come through and I'll be able to change the fortunes of this country. I have tried it in business fields. I employ a lot of people, but still there are many young men and women, I'll call the youth, that are not working, which clearly indicates to me that being only a businessman, I cannot help this youth enough. But indeed, if I'm president, where I can express my vision, my views to everybody, and bring the whole country together to move this country, I believe there will be a great impact where young men and women will complete school and they will have jobs. So I said to myself, look, I've taken time. When I was watching whatever played over, I said that it was too early because President Akufo-Addo had just been sworn in and people were taking sizes. That I want to be this, I want to be that. I wanted to help the government to be stabilized before I will come out and make any decision or whatever. But indeed, I wasn't interested. But now, I'm interested because I've seen that Ghana, successive governments have done their part. When it comes to education, for instance, you see that most of our educational structures or whatever we put in place are just theory. We need abstract thinkers. We need pragmatic solutions to our problems. So when it comes to polytechnic, when I was traveling to America, for instance, when I was going, we had polytechnics in this country. I came back and almost all the polytechnics have been turned into universities. That is a gap where you don't have the middle class technicians who can support engineers to build. Everybody calls himself engineer and sitting in the office. Whereas the base, in Germany, for instance, when you go, they call it Fachhochschule. They train these artisans and they take over every installations. As an employer, I've come to realize that most of the graduates coming out of college are doing or come out with liberal arts, human resource, accounting, management, finance. When it comes to engineering, IT, you have very few people coming out with.
What you are saying is resonating with what the education minister is saying.
Yes.
He's been talking about engineering a lot, Dr. Duchum.
Yeah, STEM.
Yes, he's been talking about
science,
a lot.
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Yes.
Especially with engineering and technology, we are lacking.
And maybe mathematics.
Yes. Maths, it is very easy
So, Honorable, you are asking for a structural change to our system.
Precisely.
And you have to be president to do that?
Yes. Because I've been a member of parliament for 23 years. I've served on several committees and I've made several suggestions how to change our economy. And I believe that when we use pragmatic approach, instead of reciting from chapter 1 to the end of the textbook and nothing comes out of it, we should do this, we should do that. I've made several suggestions. And because I don't hold any position, an ordinary member of parliament.
It didn't go anywhere?
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere. They choose to accept it or not.
Who is the they?
I mean, the executives.
The president and his team?
No, not the president. President seldom come to parliament to engage, with the exception of State of the Nation.
You mean the ministers?
With the ministers. From Kwashiga's time, I suggested that I and my partner went to Holland with yam. We experimented it, and they realized that the starch content in yam is the same as the one in potatoes. So if they store potatoes for 8 months, they can store yam for 8 months. And ever since I went to, my first committee was a great committee. So I suggested this, that look, minister, this is what we can do. One of my business is storage facilities. I keep telling them that, look, why is it that Ghana imports fish to the tune of $240 million a year, whilst we have the same sea as Mauritania? Simple. The technology is simple, but we have ignored it. The technology is that you build a coastal with the blast freeze machines. what I mean by blast freeze is a lower temperature, very cold, minus 40 degrees. When you catch the fish, you first store it in the blast freeze at minus 40 degrees. Then 24 hours, you move it into the cold room, minus 10. That meets international standards so that you can export. But my brother, when you look at our coastline, these fishermen, they don't have any cold stores with blast freeze machines that when they catch the fresh fish, they can store them. I introduced this, I said this several times. And one of the agric guys at the ministry suggested that, oh, we can smoke the fish. I said, Jesus Christ, these are the guys who are leading this nation.
Smoke fish? But
yes.
If you're exporting, you need millions of pieces. Are you going to smoke all of them?
You know, but that was the answer that he gave me. I was shocked. I said, wow, we have a problem in this country. I had just come from America, so I didn't understand them. How can you smoke fish and go and import fresh fish into this country? All these suggestions have been made. Another example is tourism. I dared tourism to give me or sell one of the castles to me and let me show them how
to
can
do
make
it. Yeah.
Money
Tourism
out
from
of it.
the castles are deplorable.
Right.
But they are very good historical.
Yeah, that we can make a lot of money.
Why didn't they give you one? Cape Coast, Elmina, Shama?
Well, you know, I don't know. I cannot speak to that.
So your decision to be president is also as a result of a bit of frustration of getting things done.
Yeah, getting things done in this country. And that is why...
But Kennedy, where you sit, I mean, you're a very powerful person. You're number 2 to Akufo-Addo's man, and you can't get things done. It may well be that maybe the things you want done are not as simple as you look at it.
You see, there is nothing simple in the world. You need to challenge yourself. And anything that you put your mind to it, you'll be able to do it. That is what I want to inculcate into the youth of this country. That sky is the limit, and therefore they should dream big. No myopic thinkers. Let's challenge ourselves. What any white man has done on earth, a black man can do it too. We've been in classrooms with white men. They were not extraordinary. But when they come out of college, because of their commitment to work, anything that they give them, they get involved, they religiously get involved and do it and get it done. But unfortunately, the black people, I don't know if it's inferiority complex or whatever, we are not able to, you know, do things for us to compete with the white people. So I think where I am today, look, I don't want to die with my vision. And the only way to let Ghanaians know that a black man, a Ghanaian, can also do it is to vie for this presidency. And I stand for 3 things: patriotism, honesty, and discipline.
Okay, I'll come back to that. So the conversation is just starting, and tonight we'll be asking Kennedy Agyapong other questions. So the conversation is just starting right now. We'll be asking him about Ahmed Suale, of course. We'll ask him that question. Who is Ahmed Suale? Where is he? Why is he where he is? Does he know anything about this? We'll talk about that. Okay, we'll be asking him in terms of economic performance of Nana Akufo-Addo and Ken Ofori-Atta. Is it true that is Ukraine and Russian war, or are there other things that may have occasioned this one? We'll ask Did I say John Kennedy? We'll ask Kennedy that question tonight. Honorable Ohene Kennedy Agyapong is our guest. We'll be asking him questions also about sports, and he's already touched on tourism. We'll ask him about tourism. What does he think of sports? What does he think of tourism? And then we'll be talking to him about how we'll break the 8 occur, and then we'll spend a bit of time on what he thinks about President Mohammed's bid to be president again. So